This mouth hasn't brushed its teeth for 100 years. A breath almost fainted the general. In order to drive away the giant guarding the vine, Jack took advantage of the giant's sleep, put a wasp nest in his helmet. Soon the bees couldn't stand the bad breath, started to sting the giant. The giant retreated while enduring the stings, but when he was about to fall off the cliff, he suddenly stopped. At the critical moment, the giant successfully took off his helmet. Turns out he's a handsome guy. The giant drove all the bees away, thought it was okay, but a big wasp didn't want to fly away. Then the next moment, the giant successfully fell off the cliff. The three of them were overjoyed, but in order to win back the magic crown, the general volunteered to stay and deal with the treacherous minister. Let Jack and the princess go back, tell the king the news here. At the same time, the giant just now kept falling. Soon after, it finally fell to the ground. The king looked at the giant falling in front of him, finally believed in the legend of the giant country in the sky, and for the safety of the people, the king gave up the princess, resolutely ordered to cut down the heavenly vine. And at this time Jack and the princess are slowly climbing down the vine, looking at the lights on the ground. The princess thought her father was waiting for her to come back, completely unaware that the tree is being cut down below. And the general here also waited for the arrival of the giant army. The hidden general suddenly attacked the treacherous minister. The two fell into the creek together. The treacherous minister called for help from the giant outside, but the two-headed giant was waiting for this moment. He wanted to use the general, get rid of the treacherous minister with the magic crown. Soon the two were in a fight, but the treacherous minister relied on weapons, knocked down the unarmed general. Facing the general who was about to fall off the cliff, the treacherous minister started to enjoy the moment of victory with a knife, want to slowly torture the general. The general took advantage of his unpreparedness, suddenly borrowed a knife to insert into his foot. Then he turned his hand and inserted it into his chest, completely stabbed the treacherous minister to death. But unfortunately the two-headed giant took away the body, and the crown also fell into the hands of the giant. The giant put the crown in his hand as a ring. At this moment, the two-headed giant once again became the leader of the giants. At the same time, the soldiers on the ground finally cut off the vine. With the roots rising from the ground, the vine began to shake. The next second the heavenly vine completely fell. And the general jumped from the cliff, catch the falling vine. Jack and the two of them borrowed the cushion of the wood grass pile, dangerously and successfully landed. Just when everyone thought the heavenly vine had been cut down, the giant can no longer descend to the human world. The two-headed giant found a few magic beans dropped by the treacherous minister. The opportunity to taste human flesh is in hand, with the giant blowing the magic beans into the water in one breath. Then 4 huge heavenly vines rose from the ground.